Hey everyone, welcome to my latest studio vlog. If you're new here, welcome, and I'm so glad you've joined us. And if you've been here before, you'll notice this is a week later than usual. The reason is because normally I do a weekly vlog. However, because things have been crazy at my studio the last few weeks and I was prepping for my first market and I just forgot to film. So I went to edit my weekly vlog and there was literally 7 minutes of footage. So I decided to turn it into a fortnightly vlog, just this once. The main focus of this vlog is setting up a stall at a new big permanent marketplace called 2.0 Vintage. I booked a table site instead of a room site just to start with, see how it goes. It's more for my vintage things that I love op shopping. I love garage sailing. I love flipping things for a profit. It's just in me and I always want to do it. So if I haven't got somewhere to sell it, I could probably become a hoarder. So I need somewhere to sell the stuff. So a little bit about setting up there, as well as my first market in almost 2 years. So I take you through how I prepare for a market. And I think if you are looking at doing markets and haven't done them before, this one will be quite helpful for you. I will do a dedicated market video at some point, how to set up for it and all that sort of stuff, what gear you need. But at this point, I've just gone into it a little bit. So I hope you like the video. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like to see more of, or if this was helpful to you. Give it a like, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. I do weekly vlogs and it's really about behind the scenes of my art and handmade small business that I run. Enjoy. Hey guys, it's Wednesday lunchtime. I'm at the Caribbean Gardens waiting to get in to set up my stall, which will be vintage and handmade, my cards and a few other things. My daughter's doing some preserved flower bunches and stuff. It's gonna be a nice mix, but they only open the gate on the hour, so I got here a bit early. So I've just been working out some prices for stuff. I'm going to go in and set up this space. I have an hour to do it because they only open the gates to get in and out on the hour, and I missed the 11 o'clock entry, so it's nearly 12 o'clock and I need to be back on the peninsula, which is an hour away, by 3 p.m. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today, and I will show you how it's looking as I set it up. And I haven't got everything that I wanted to have for the stall because I was just feeling rushed, and these things have been someone's staring at me. I'm gonna stop. Okay, bye. I've got an hour. Go. It's so cool seeing everyone's stalls come to life. I love it. I can't wait to come shopping here. I wish I could have taken a bigger size space, but I'm being sensible and starting off with just a desk size because that way I can see if it actually goes well or not. Okay, I got everything set up. There's still heaps of space, which I will show you in this photo. So I'll have to go back at another time and finish setting that up. Now I just went to my PO box on the way home and there's a parcel, and I think it might be my Apple Pencil cover. Let's have a look. Yes! Oh my gosh. Cute. How cute is that? It's like a little fox or a bear or something. Cute. Oh my god, and I just got home and there was a parcel and I think it's my 2022 calendars. Double happy mail day. Oh my god, it is. Wow. Oh my god, so cool. Oh yes. Oh my gosh, I love it. The quality is not too bad. Oh, that one's great. That one looks so good. It's okay. Oh my god, it's so cute! Yay! after having such a busy and productive day, I decided to spend the night on the couch with my iPad playing in Procreate. I really want to explore more sort of vintage flower design ideas. So this is just a really simplified version that I'm doing for this little girl's dress. And I really love the color combos, so I'm definitely going to explore this sort of color and style more in the future for sure. I woke up so tired today, so I stopped by my friend's little coffee van to get myself coffee and then headed to the studio. I actually did a little story on Instagram about my calendars arriving, and I wasn't going to release them straight away, but everyone was messaging me saying, when can I buy? Can you put 2 aside for me, etc., etc. So I ended up posting them onto my website that night. And this is the next day, and I've gotten quite a few orders, which is very exciting. Now I'm cutting out some eye pillows, and as you can see, I put my scraps into this beautiful vintage Moroccan pillow case. So as I use up my little scraps, instead of throwing them in the bin, I am making use and filling up these cushions. So I'm just using the Relax fabric here as a template, because I'm actually just cutting up heaps of fabric for my vintage fabric eye pillows. I tend to get a lot of orders for the vintage fabric eye pillows around Christmas time, because I have them in a few options. So you can buy a 5-pack for cheaper, and you can buy a 10-pack for even cheaper. So when people are making little hampers for friends and family, it's a great way to do it and save some cash. And that's why I find I'm extra busy with these guys at this time of the year. It's Friday, and this morning I am finishing off some details to go and get my stall at the 2.0 Vintage in Caribbean Gardens finished setting up. So I'm just doing some little signs for my greeting cards, where I do 3 cards for $10. I'm not loving this sign that I'm making though. Anyway, I got it sorted. As you can see, I've got them printed up there next to my cards. So when people want to buy 3 cards, they can take that little flyer up to the counter with them to get their discount. This table stall is packed to the max. I love all the colours. It's a little busy, but that's okay. I just needed to make use of every inch of that space. And I tried to colour block sort of, just to make it less busy on the eye, but hopefully it sells really well. So because I haven't done a market in nearly 2 years, and I think, the last one I did was Seven Sisters Festival in March 2020, which was a 3-day festival. I have not even put my market up since then, and I'm doing a Emu Plains Market for the first time in years, and I'm focusing more on my art and cards rather than my wheat bags and eye pillows. So what I always do when I haven't done a market in a long time, or if it's a new market with a new size, even though this is just standard 3x3 size, I do a mock-up a few days before the event. So that way, not only can I work out how I'm going to set it up, I can make sure I've got enough stock for the display and work out if there's any other cute little products I could make to add into the stall at the last minute. And then once I've got it exactly how I want, with props and maybe a bunch of flowers or a plant or something, I take a photo. So when I get to market morning, when I'm usually like freaking out a bit, not freaking out, just high energy, there's a lot happening, everyone's setting up, and you're under a really strict time limit. So I just have that photo as a reference, which I can then quickly look at while I'm setting up. I don't even have to think, because I've already done it all here. So I can just set it up really quickly. And people in the past at markets have commented like that I'm Inspector Gadget. I literally just flip out my stall and it's all set up. And it's not by coincidence. It's the fact that I prepare beforehand, so I'm not having to decide where I'm putting things on my stall the morning of. So this is a really good tip and I highly recommend you do it. I'm in my workshop area at my studio, which is literally the dumping ground at the moment because we've got so many renovations happening. But I'm going to clear a big space. I have to take these lights down anyway because we're moving our workshop and shop space around. So I'm going to clear a big space, set up my marquee here. It's Tuesday, my market's on Saturday, so I'm going to try and spend most of today setting it up, then working on products. But if I don't get it finished, because I'm at my studio, it's fine. It can stay up for the next couple of days until I finalize how my store's going to look. If you don't have a studio space, that's fine. I got this studio space at the beginning of last year. Before that, I would set up outside in my backyard if it was a nice day and I was using my marquee, or I would clear a space in my living area and set up there, or at least set up the tables if I couldn't set the marquee up inside. So just figure out a way to do it. If it's know what your market stall size is, so it might just be a table, a 2x1 table, so you can just probably use your dining table to do a bit of a mock-up or bring a trestle table in. But yeah, I'm using this space to set up, so I will film the process and you can see how it goes. So as well as my art and cards, I'm also going to have some eye pillows. So that's why I got these little baskets. I'm pretty happy with this sort of layout. I've got these beautiful desktop easels that I purchased for future art workshops that I'll be running at the studio. So like paint and sip nights, hens parties, birthdays, all that sort of stuff. And I think they work really well. Now I thought because it might be a bit windy, I've actually covered the tablecloths with those beautiful vintage woolen blankets. I wasn't sure how they looked, but I think they add a really fun touch and work in perfectly with my vintage vibe that I have. Took a quick break for lunch and checked my YouTube channel and I'm up to 390 subscribers. Yay! Slow and steady. I did have to have a little break from playing with my store mock-up to make this wholesale order, which was 6 deluxe organic wheat bags. So they're extra long and beautiful. I'm just sitting down to write a to-do list for not only today, but also the market stuff. I've got quite a bit of market prep to do and just paperwork and printing and stuff. So I'm just writing it all down. Now you might be wondering, why am I wearing this weird white glove? I just have a really dry and cracked skin at the moment. So I'm putting just like basic moisturizer, Sorbeline sort of cream on to keep them nice and fresh, but obviously I do not want to get any residue from the cream onto my product, so I just cut out little finger and thumb hole on the right hand only, just so I can still work effectively. The things you do. I whipped up some cute little vintage fabric eye pillows in the middle of orders, ready for market. So last year I made this embroidery hoop, so it's just vintage fabric and then I've embroidered some little stitches throughout it, and I really love it and thought I'd take it to the market to offer it for sale and see how it goes, but the back was a bit dodgy looking, so I've just cut out a circle with some thick cardstock and then I am covering that back piece with some vintage wallpaper. And the idea is that I will then stick that to the back of the embroidery hoop and that will hide the messy little stitching. But obviously first I have to cover this piece of cardstock, so I've just basically used standard craft glue to glue on the main side wallpaper, and then I've cut all around the edge just as you can see, and then I'm gluing that, so that just makes it easier to get that the paper on without it buckling. And then I'm going to attach it to the hoop. Good morning, it's Friday and I have just about finished doing my stall mock-up. So I'll be ready to pack the stall this afternoon, ready for market tomorrow. Let me show you. I've still got a few things to make. Again, like I said, once you set it up and you see how it looks, you can tell if you need to make more stock. So let's have a look. So firstly, I've got my printed little signs, which has the links to my social pages on the various platforms. I've also got the prices for my vintage fabric eye pillows, and then on the little card stand I've got my calendar and my mini prints and the prices for them as well. Same with the embroidery hoop, I've just got that on a nice little easel. I've got my paintings sitting up on a nice easel and they have their prices on them as well. It's really good to price your products just to keep it really nice and clear for people so there's no questioning. And I've just sort of done a little basket with thank you card and my business cards for anyone that wants to take it. I've put a painted rock and some crystals in there just to help keep the basket down in case there is a bit of wind tomorrow morning. And then I've got some of my other little paintings and I have a nice plant and a little card stand with my square reader, which is FPOS, and showing people what payment options I take. That is all sitting on a vintage drawer upside down just to give it some height. And then on this table I've got all my little original paintings from my most recent collection, the Little Darlings collection. So they are also, some of them are sitting on these beautiful tabletop easels that I recently purchased with the prices all in front of them. And then finally I've got my sign up to our VIP club email list, so I'm hoping to get some email addresses onto my email marketing list. And then I've got my card stand, which has a market deal on top. I wanted to include my logo, which is a big acrylic circle, but it was just too big and it looked crazy. Okay, I have packed up and I'm ready to pack the car. Wish me luck. Good morning, everybody. It's market day, yay! So it's Saturday the 20th of November. I got the car all packed yesterday, so just fit everything in. I had to leave 2 seats for my girls because they're coming with me this time. It was a tight fit. So I had a shower last night, very late last night, washed my hair, straightened it, all that's done. So it's 6:20 now. I'm hoping to leave here by 6:40 because gates open for stall holders at 7 and it takes 20 minutes to get there. So far so good. I've used my checklist that I created that's available. I'll put a link in the description below. It's a really handy little checklist. So I have not got a lot to do this morning and I'm very excited to get there and get set up. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry I didn't share the setup process. It was just a bit of a rush and I totally forgot. So with an outdoor market, I usually do put my walls up on the sides at least. This market, you can back your car up. So my 2 little helpers are sitting in the boot of the car there. It did rain at setup, so that's why it was a bit frantic. But I'm really happy with how the stall looks and I'm excited to be back at markets. Okay, we just got home from the market. It was so windy and cold. Oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm just gonna have a quick shower and then get on the couch and watch some YouTube. So it was a bit of a slow day for me. I really only sold cards. Now, this is the first market I've done without my wheat bags. They were always my main seller. They feature my artwork. They're like a $30 purchase. So super popular always. I didn't take them today because I'm trying to move away from them and focus on my art and my cards. So literally just had my original art, my cards and some of my vintage fabric eye pillows, which frankly didn't really match in because they were the only sort of fabric-y product and yeah, it didn't sort of work as well as I thought it would with my original art and cards. So I thought it might be a slow day. I wasn't expecting it to be massive. But when you're there and you've set up and it's fucking cold, you want it to at least, you want to sell some stuff. So at the start, most of the day I sold a lot of the market specials where I was selling 3 cards for $10. Normally my cards are $6.50 each retail, but at markets I do $5 each or 3 for $10, and I pretty much always sell 3 for $10. So I sold about 9 packs of those, so I think about 90. I'll do a proper full review once I've sat down and worked it out. Then right at the end of the market, I only had one of my calendars. I reordered them from the printers, but they didn't arrive in time. So I only had one, and I sold that 5 minutes before pack up time. So I sold 9, I think it was 9 or 10, I'll have to work it out, packs of 3 for $10 cards. So let's say 9, so $90. I sold a calendar for $28, 2 vintage fabric eye pillows. So I did a deal 2 for $25. And then the stall holder 2 doors down from me, she's got a business called Sea Gypsy. She does like really beautiful boho weaving. She had been eyeing off my biggest painting, Happy Flowers, all day since setup. She loved it. And then even like 20 minutes before the end, which was 2 o'clock, she was still coming and looking at it going, oh, I'm still thinking about it. Now I had that for $385. So because my car was packed so tightly, and I knew it was going to be such a pain in the ass to get it all back in, because I had to fit my kids in. I just went over to her after pack up time, after 2 o'clock when the market was closed. I said, I'll give it to you for $300. And she said, sold. So she bought my original Happy Flowers, which made my market day much better. So instead of only selling 90 plus 35, 125. So instead of only selling $125, I sold $425, which in fact is my best Emu Plains Market. The other time I did a 1 season there, I think the best market I had was like 380. So yay, I sold an original, and that was the first original artwork she's ever purchased. Now, normally you might think, why reduce it from $385 to $300? If it was a brand new painting that I've just created, I probably wouldn't have done that. But I created that painting a couple of years ago now, and I have had it sitting there waiting for it to sell. So, and I know I've followed this lady online, and I know her style and her color scheme, and I thought, oh, it's just going to look so beautiful in with her. And I love when I know the person where the artwork is going. It's like, I don't know, I was going to say it's like when you have a child and you give them away, but you don't give your children away. So I'm very happy that she got it, even at a little bit cheaper price, but still really good price for me, for my art. So yeah, that is a good first day. So exhausted though, I'm going to jump in the shower and get into my pajamas right now. So after a very well-deserved and earned rest, we went out on Sunday to check out the Caribbean Gardens Market, where I have that table stall set up. It was so busy and it looked really good, and I definitely sold some stuff, so yay! And then finishing this vlog off on Sunday night with a nice relaxing sketch from the couch. I used a blue pen because frankly that's the only pen that was close to me and I couldn't be bothered moving. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I'd love for you to like and subscribe if you're interested, and I'll see you next time.